Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Binding of Isaac. Let's not beat around the bush. I'm gonna select Isaac here, because I'm trying to get us out of a slump. There have been a few runs recently, consecutively, I was gonna say simultaneously, that would be a talent that I unfortunately do not have, but a few consecutive Isaac videos where I would say the runs have been of subpar quality. Say what you will about the commentary, maybe it's fantastic, maybe it's bad, maybe it's always bad. But the quality of the gameplay, I don't think, has been really up to snuff lately. Part of that's due to the RNG, or RNGesus, but part of that is also due to just some unfocused play, I would say. So I'm going to try to concentrate a little bit more here, hope that the troll engine plays along with my my ruse, and eventually maybe we'll be able to turn this into a victory. So I do have the D6. I'm going to adhere to the rule that I set in the... Oh, good, we did get a key out of that tinted rock. Adhere to the rule that I set in the last video, where I will not be picking up brimstone. Or if I do, at the very least, I won't be brim snapping. Now, here's the deal. Infestation, it's kind of cool, but is it good enough? I don't know. I'm going to re-roll it, and instead we'll get Speedball, which is a shot speed upgrade, and it also makes us a little bit faster. I don't know if that's better than Infestation. In fact, it might indeed be worse. But, you know, we're running out of time with respect to, you know, the number of possible re-rolls we can get, and we still have 3 or 4 rooms that we want to re-roll on. Well, 3 if we can get to the shop, I guess. 2 otherwise. 1 last item room on this XL floor. Oh, God! I thought that was going to happen. That's why I didn't pick up the Spirit Heart yet. Yeah, 1 more item room, as well as our boss room. I guess we got 2 boss rooms, actually, as well as a possible deal with the devil. So ignore everything that I've said so far. I am going to spend 3 cents on this secret room fortune teller, just on the off chance that we end up getting an awesome trinket here, or another Spirit Heart, I suppose. Nope, nothing else. I'm not even going to take Cursed Skull because I don't like it. And the number one thing, the only thing that matters when we're talking about whether or not it was a smart decision to take Speedball, is how gosh darn cute Isaac looks when he does have the Speedball attachment. 2 of clubs is a... Whoop, that was kind of close. 2 of clubs is a bomb enhancer, so as of right now, I don't really want to pop it. I really wish it was 2 of... That was really bad. I really wish it was 2 of spades, because if it was 2 of spades, then we would be able to... Oh, there's an Eternal Heart there. That's exceptionally lucky. If it was 2 of spades, we'd be able to pick up some keys that would guarantee us access to the item room for sure. We will take the Goat Hoof. I'm not going to pop open that Tinted Rock yet. I just got to remember, you know, there's a Spirit Heart available on this floor. There's also an Eternal Heart available on this floor, and there's 2 more keys. So I have to kind of remember that we're not quite done with this floor just yet. There could be a reroll possibility from this boss, but if we beat Lust and it drops the only item which it can, which is Poison Touch, I'm probably just going to pick it up for the chance that it'll help us out in the future. Actually, we get the Cancer Trinket, so the game does appear to be working with me so far. Let's pop this pill, see what it does. Tears down. Well, you know, unfortunately for the Troll Engine, that doesn't compensate for the awesome Tears upgrade that we're going to get. Apologies for the sirens. I will just talk really loudly over top of them. And we'll come down here, so just reminding myself... Don't forget the Eternal Heart, you ding-dong. Don't forget the 2 Tinted Rocks, which you can get with the 2 of Clubs card. I just want to see if I can get some more bombs to maybe make the 2 of Clubs card even better. And, yeah, don't forget about the Eternal Heart. Don't forget about the Tinted Rocks. Don't forget about the Spirit Heart. But, you know, also don't pick them up and then lose them like a big idiot. So, we'll continue onwards here. So far, so good. The pill was negative, and that sucks. One could say it was a jagged little pill, I suppose. But let's just ignore that awful, awful joke for now. Let's try not to die, which is always good first advice in Isaac. What's your main Isaac strategy? Oh, you know, I like to pick up a damage increase, blah, 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 blah. Really like if I can get permanent Polaroid invincibility, pick up like a Mom's Knife or something like that. Fuck that. Dodge, don't get hit. That is the core of any Isaac run. Don't let anybody tell you differently. Please blow up the TNT. It scares me that it's still open here. Oh, okay. I had backed myself into a corner, and now we are shockingly close to being dead, which is pretty embarrassing for me considering this is only the Cellar XL. There's a bomb. Actually, there's 10 bombs. So, we are going to pop 2 of clubs in just a second here. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to swing this one. Yeah, we'll start picking up some stuff now because we're about to make our way to the finale here. So 22 bombs. It's not necessarily the most bombs you could possibly have, but I wanted to start using, or I wanted to use the card before I started using my bombs to do things like blow up this Tinted Rock, for example, or the Tinted Rock that's a little bit back there. I guess we will start picking up Spirit Hearts and the Eternal Heart as well, so we have a little bit less backtracking to do. Also hoping for Small Rock to give us a little bit of a damage boost here, so let's drop 1 more bomb in here. There are 2 more Spirit Hearts. It's been exceptionally lucky as far as first floors go with respect to the consumables that we've got. I mean, even if we don't snag an HP upgrade from a boss, we do get the Eternal Heart already, which is a free HP upgrade, especially with 5 Spirit Hearts to back it up. It's very unlikely that we'll end up missing out on this. And we might as well go through the remainder of the rooms before we start fighting our bosses. We might as well clear it out. There's probably only another 3 or 4 rooms available at maximum, so... at this point, damage increases would be awesome. Happy to get the bomb and key as well. And, you know, even a Pageant Boy drop might be cool, because that could allow us to potentially get an item from the shop this early on in the game, which would obviously be amazing. But also damage increases, especially if I can pick up a Mom's Purse later and hold on to this Cancer Trinket. It is one of the better trinkets over the course of the entire game. And in fact, Cancer plus Polaroid is almost a dream team. Although, you know, the only thing I could get rid of Cancer for at this point might be like a flat penny to ensure that I get more keys. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. That is full health for us, and we're up to 7 cents, which might make the shop worthwhile, but let's, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We'll see what we get from these enemies here. Now, main crux of my strategy, don't get hit like 15 times. We are going to drop a bomb in here. Don't jump. Thank you very much. This is just to speed things up and make it less likely that I take damage, which is obviously great for our long-term strategy as well as our short-term success. Cat of Nine Tails is a no-brainer reroll, but I just want to make sure, you know, we might want to use the reroll for something else if that makes sense. So, you know, if we get a deal with the devil, for example, the potential benefit of getting a deal with the devil reroll is substantially more than that from just re-rolling a Cat of Nine Tails on a boss room. Like, we could go from Guppy's Tail to Mom's Knife, which is a big deal. And I would much rather pick up Cat of Nine Tails or just ignore it, and also get Mom's Knife as a result of saving that re-roll. Hopefully you understand where I'm coming from there. Of course, we may indeed end up eating our words and re-rolling Cat of Nine Tails nonetheless. It all depends what we get from these drops here. Pageant Boy is another normal re-roll target for me. But I would probably take it in the situation just because, you know, getting some nice financial infrastructure this early would be cool. He did not get hit by that bomb. Luckily, we have, you know, like 20 here. That one's going to land for sure. And there's another hit from me because I'm bad. That one would have hit if he didn't move straight afterwards. This is why I want the damage increase, because right now we are doing kind of like woefully inadequate damage. If I want to preserve these bombs, then we should wait until we have a little bit more damage, I guess. Okay, so I'm probably going to take the HP upgrade. Almost certainly. Oh, and we're going to fight Krampus. Okay, now here's an interesting question. How do you min-max this? There's a pretty big risk that if we reroll Krampus' item, it actually might come back with something that's not that great for us. So my thinking is we'll take a lump of coal, we'll take the HP and Tears upgrade, which also might be a damage increase, and then we'll reroll Cat of Nine Tails. I think that's the best... I mean, you never know how it's going to shake out, right? But I think that's the best possible, like, matrix of rerolling here. You may disagree. You might think that rerolling Lump of Coal is a little bit stronger. And in some ways, I don't think you would be wrong, because it does have that same kind of risk-reward, like much higher potential for payout that I mentioned earlier. That being said, I kind of like Lump of Coal as an item. So we'll pick it up. We'll take our bomb as well. We'll definitely snag our HP upgrade, and we have gotten another one by way of this Eternal Heart that is going to survive. And we'll reroll Cat of Nine Tails and take a range upgrade, which is actually kind of nice considering we got Lump of Coal. So I don't think we necessarily pulled a coup off on this floor, but I think we got some really good stuff. Good on bombs, tons of health, and, you know, financing some potential deals with the devil later. We are on another XL floor, and you know what? I am not going to reroll Guardian Angel. Having an orbital is nice, and why not? If you're going to get an orbital, why not take the orbital that also makes every other orbital substantially better? So hopefully we'll pick up at least a single cube of meat at some point. People are real mad that I continue to pick up, you know, like 3rd level Meat Boy instead of just keeping it at 2nd level Meat Boy. What can I say? I'd like the extra offense, but, you know, I appreciate that people have different opinions on this. So, we are in a key deficit right now. We need about 1 more than we have in order to get everything out of this floor, and it's looking like it's probably pretty likely we'll be able to go to the shop. Even if it contains greed, not the end of the world. More bombs equals more secret room attempts. There is, like, an opportunity to trade a bomb for 3 cents. Earlier on this floor, which I can always go back to if I decide that that is a pressing matter. We'll just kill this guy easily. And Lump of Coal, again, I tell the story every time now, but it's an item I used to really not like that much. We'll definitely trade a bomb for 6 cents here. But ever since Bisnap gave me a little bit of education on it, I have become a convert, shall we say, to the school of Lump of Coal, and I understand now that it is sacrilege to suggest that it is worse than rage, and I have repented through copious amounts of self-flagellation from my earlier heresies. Anyway, Let's destroy that! He got very close there, and that worries me. I guess, you know, part of the reason I wasn't able to do so much damage is because I did go and stand right next to him in order to kill him. Which, you know, in case you're wondering, you're at a home thing brainstorming Isaac strategies. Pretty good one is if you have lump of coal, shoot from far away. Don't shoot from right next to the enemy, if at all possible. It kind of nullifies the bonuses that you would otherwise get. So there's another penny here. That does take us to 15 cents. I was going to say we'll basically go to whatever room offers itself up to us first, so we all are going to go through our boss rooms here. When you have the D6, it's kind of important to get those charges kind of maximized. So let's take out this nub here, and then we'll start standing kind of as far away as we can. That might be here, and just firing in shots on Gertie Jr. here. Sorry, regular Gertie. We've already killed, you know, this is kind of a sad story if you want to impose a narrative on it. Gertie's son or daughter was killed at our hands on the first floor, and now we're coming to finish the job, or maybe he has come and installed himself here to prevent us from finishing the job. But still, if you didn't want to go down this narrative path, you probably shouldn't have sent your son to kill us on the first floor, you goddamn dick. Now, we're going to talk about the reroll situation here. Since we are still fairly early on in this floor, I would say less than halfway through, even if it's an item I want to reroll, I'll probably save the reroll potential just in case I want to use it on a deal with the devil immediately afterwards, because that's a little bit more high priority. But if it's a good item, I'll just pick it up straight away. Coin Purse is something I would consider rerollable just due to the fact that it's variable. And, you know, we've already had one bad pill. That means, I guess, our odds of good pills have slightly increased. I don't know if that's a fallacy that I've just espoused there, and I apologize if it is. Pestilence, one of those enemies who is fantastic when you have Lump of Coal, because you can really keep your distance from him for the most part, and just take him out like so. This will allow our shots to hit ever so much harder, and we'll see if we get a deal with the devil or a deal with the angel. Either one of them definitely has good item potential, but also the potential for great rerolls if the initial kind of goodness isn't there. So, the Pestilence is almost dead here. As requested, a single orbital will be coming, and that will give us a little bit of extra synergy with our Guardian Angel, a little bit of added defense. And you know what? Absolutely. Let's pick up Lord of the Pit, and I'm also going to reroll Book of Belial, just in case that creates a one-heart awesome item for us. Brimstone, okay? You know, you have me at my word here. I'm not going to take it. Now, I realize that the Coin Purse could be amazing. That being said, I am going to eschew it, and I'm going to re-roll it just for a raw statistical increase, if at all possible. We have, you know, a decent amount of floor left to explore, so let's get down to business with that. We did pick up a flying item. Flying items, of course, one of my favorite pickups to possibly get, and this time it's not the same as it often is. Oftentimes we get Spirit of the Night. This is Lord of the Pit. Apparently Lord of the Pit is also a slight speed increase, because I picked up Lord of the Pit in a recent video to guarantee myself permanent Polaroid invincibility when I already had Spirit of the Night, and I was like, oh, that's totally redundant. And people told me it wasn't actually totally redundant, because there was the speed increase from Lord of the Pit. So, you know, I guess there is that as well. Very minor aspect. It was still a terrible decision. Or under normal circumstances, it would have been a terrible decision. It was. I had my reasons for doing it there. Not really going to use our orbitals offensively, but it's not the worst idea, I guess. Now, I do want to play the Judgment. There's so many things I want to do remaining on this floor. My ambition is unchecked right now. We're going to play the shit out of this Blood Bank to ideally get an HP plus speed upgrade, and there it is. And then at some point we're probably going to invest some money in this Judgment, but I do want to drop by the shop first and just see what they have for sale. The fact that we continue to get a lot of money on this floor is making that even more of a possibility, I would say. And right now I'm feeling pretty confident. We still haven't gotten that damage boost that I really feel is paramount to our success. But, well, of course, now we get all these hearts now that the Blood Bank is dead. There's our shop. Shop contains a Coin Purse. People are going to want me to do this, like to get the Coin Purse, but I'm going to re-roll it instead. And yeah, we'll pick up the Steam sale. That's fine by me. And now that we've picked up the Steam sale, I'll probably go play Judgment. And once I get Judgment played completely until he's sick of me or he's given me an item, we might come back in there and buy some Spirit Hearts or something. But I don't want to accidentally buy a Spirit Heart and have that cost me a full HP upgrade or something. So I'm trying to play a little bit more strategically. You know, I'm trying to pull out all the stops, essentially, to improve my play here. Because, in a sense, I'm atoning for previous mistakes. There have been some pretty bad Isaac runs lately. Part of that's because I'm a little bit rusty after coming back from vacation and not playing Isaac for a couple weeks. Part of that, maybe a little bit of a lack of focus or cockiness on videos. Anyway, we still have an item room left for us here, but let's play Judgment first. Get this money out of the way. Sure, he's going to give me the Game Kid. And it's going to be interesting to see if the Game Kid is re-rollable. because I would rather, ideally, I would take the coin purse, and we'll risk it all on the coin purse, and re-roll the game kid to something passively, because the coin purse is like a luxury re-roll. It's a 50-50. It could work out well for us. We'll also see what's in here. I'll pick up Able because it's a passive, and hopefully there's an enemy in this room. Please don't just be like a curse room or something like that. Okay, good. There are enemies in here. And watch me, yeah, take damage as a result, but anyway. Yeah, so, I mean, that's the thing. The coin purse could be amazing, so I don't have to re-roll it. I would much rather spend the re-roll on the game kid to possibly pick up a better spacebar item or a passive item, but I appreciate that Judgment didn't cost me very much time, at least. Homing shots, I'll take because it's passive. I don't really like it. But, you know, considering I spent 2 cents in a reroll, that's not that bad. It's a fairly good trade, I would say. And, you know, the first item I will probably buy from that shop, and I am intending, indeed, on going back to it. Spoonbender is also kind of nice with Lump of Coal. If enemies kind of dodge out of the way of your long-range shot, Spoonbender will pull it back just a little bit. But it's an item that I think is generally slightly better than neutral. Two of Hearts, interesting. We'll try to save that for another Blood Bank, potentially, or later in the game. Yeah, so anyway, I'm getting way too much inside of my own head right now, which may or may not be positive. We'll see how that affects the actual gameplay as time goes on. I need to destroy some of these enemies, but the shields that they are both creating is being very annoying. Abel, thank you, by the way, for helping me kind of clear these guys out. More money is excellent, because we will be able to visit pawn shops on future floors. We are now up to 2 keys, which should sort us out for the next floor, more or less, unless we get another XL floor. This is a long trip here. And you know, because we are trying to maximize... Well, what is this? This is a Lover's card, okay. Which is effectively the same as Two of Hearts right now. But because we are trying to maximize our play, or, you know, min-max our play is the industry way to say it, we should probably come down here and re-roll Coin Purse straight away. If I'm going to re-roll it, I might as well re-roll it right now. And I guess I don't need to buy a key from the shop anymore. I might consider buying a Spirit Heart. Who knows? We'll see what else we have awaiting us on this floor. So, that is going to be a second cube of meat, which I will absolutely pick up. To be quite honest with you, that's a very solid reroll. I don't know why I'm going to finish off the rest of the floor. I guess my hope is that maybe there's a library or something. At the very least, we will get more charges for our D6, maybe more consumables. And yeah, I'm psyched to have gotten a second level cube of meat there. Now, we could potentially get a 4th level cube of meat naturally, or I could, you know, put my money where my mouth is and test out the commenter theory that maybe it's better to just have a 2nd level cube of meat. I always say that stuff like that is personal preference, but it's really not. Like, there is a way, I'm sure, to get, like, quantitative data about which is actually better. But, you know, I'm a lazy man. Someone run Isaac as a simulation, program like an AI that would play Isaac 1,000 times in a row, and then, you know, get back to me with the data about which runs work better, 2nd level cubes of meat or 3rd level and 4th level cubes of meat, and we'll see. I suppose you could also crowdsource that as well, just have people submit their results, but no faking the data, you goddamn fake Nobel laureates. Anyway, let us destroy these guys, and we are going to get a D6 charge here. We don't have any items to reroll, though, unless I am awfully mistaken and leaving something behind. There is a boss trap room. I wish I had known that earlier, because we definitely could have used the blood bank to get low on health. We were down to half a heart, and then we could have come to this boss trap room and potentially gotten an item. But you know, with 18 bombs, we will look for just the opportunity to bomb our way into this boss trap room. We also have the sun card. We could use the sun card to find the secret room. It's kind of a waste, though, so I'm going to do it. Yeah, well, like I said, not the best use of the sun card for sure, but I didn't really feel like carrying it all the way to the end of the game. Effectively, I'm just going to use it as a world card here. And we will see what we get in our secret room, potentially a re-rollable item. No, but a lot of money, so I would say that's okay. Do I really want anything from the shop at this point? I do think it's in our best interest to go back for a key, so I apologize for the fact that I am taking like 15 minutes on this floor, but, you know, this is what you get when you want me to min-max, and I think this is working out better as a result of it. We could play the Fortune Teller as well. Let's buy the key. And since we have the Steam sale, I will buy the Spirit Heart as well, just to keep us fairly flush with that. And, you know, I guess I could re-roll those items and possibly buy something else, but it's not necessary. We have more than enough money to buy items from the next 2 shops. Inevitably, one of them will contain greed. Might be a good thing. We could trade in his quarter or the Steam sale that he would drop, which I don't think can exist anymore, and re-roll it and potentially get something better. But anyway, it's been a long floor. We picked up 2 cubes of meat. I believe we picked up a Guardian Angel on this floor as well. Spoon Bender, the Steam Sale, Lord of the Pit, and an HP upgrade? I can't remember. Anyway, so we're on Necropolis 1. It's good. It's not an XL floor. Hopefully we can be a little bit quicker about this. I do want to point out, though, you know, we are in basically the same boat that we've been in for a while, which is... And by a while, I don't just mean on this episode. I mean on multiple episodes. We're in the same boat where we just don't have any damage increases yet. Now, if you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm just being cute and letting Abel take care of the enemies so that I don't have to put myself too much in harm's way. So that's going to slow things down pretty drastically, but it also basically guaranteed that I wouldn't take any damage. Now, because our range is so good and because our mobility is really good as a result of Lord of the Pit, I am going to tackle as many of these rooms as possible just by running to the other side of the room and throwing lump of coal shots out there, because that's really going to allow us to do the most damage that we possibly can. And the less I have to move, the less likely I am to dodge into the enemy's own shots. And, you know, thankfully, even if I do dodge into those shots, I do have these orbitals orbiting at double speed to protect me, which is very, very nice. I'm glad that we have picked that up. With a key surplus on this floor, which feels nice to say. It's been a long time. It seems, anyway. I'm definitely going to open this golden chest. You never know what we might be able to get as a result of this. And of course, you know, my strategy, as you all know, my hope at least, is that we will be picking up a deal with the devil for a high damage item at some point, or just picking up a high damage item free of charge. I'm cool with either. That's 3 extra bombs. Our golden chest contained like 3 cents, maybe even 2 cents, which is pretty bad payout for a key, but that's basically what we paid for it, so I guess no big deal. Let's go fight our boss right away. It's the Fallen. This is now basically ideal. We could potentially get 4 or 5 rerolls on the Fallen's item until we get something we want. And of course, Brimstone is not something that we want. The number of items that I want is fairly limited right now to maybe... obviously, Mom's Knife is a big one. I might consider taking Spirit of the Night just for the spectral tears. That was really bad damage for me to take, but it was good damage to dodge before that, so I'm okay with it. And damage items like the Pentagram, the Pact, the Mark, etc. Let's see what we get. Monster Manuel is obviously not really what I was interested in. Well, we can re-roll 2 deal with the devil items for the price of 1 here, although it'll cost us health. Razorblade and Forget Me Now. Forget Me Now is a little bit of an interesting proposition, but we're not going to do it. And now we will just perpetually re-roll that Fallen item. I want to point out, by the way, some of, like, 3 of the worst consecutive deals with the devil item that you could possibly imagine. Monster Manuel, real bad, one of my least favorite items in the game. Okay, barely out of range there. Really hate Monster Manuel. Do not like the Razor Blade, although if you do have permanent Polaroid invincibility, which we're unlikely to get on this run, but you know, it's a chance. If you do have permanent Polaroid invincibility, it's kind of a different story. It can help you do a lot of burst damage without hurting yourself very, very much. And what was the other one? Forget Me Now. Forget Me Now is kind of a toss-up, because if you get it when you don't have a spacebar item, then Forget Me Now is basically just like a free crack at the floor again, which can really help you out and give you basically another 2 item rooms or something, which is valuable, super valuable. On the other hand, when you have the D6 already, I don't really like the idea of getting rid of the Forget Me Now, especially when there's still a number of possibilities for us to potentially reroll and get some amazing items, especially on the Deal with the Devil. Maybe we could take the Forget Me Now to leave, but it's unlikely we'll get the Deal with the Devil room again. So I was hoping we'd fight Greed, to be honest with you, because I didn't want to have the impetus to reroll something from the shop here. We will try not to take damage. It's actually been a little while since I've taken damage from a shot. I've run into enemies occasionally and I get hit by beams, but it's very difficult for shots to hit me, which is really nice considering that we're going to be up against, you know, those late-game bosses. Potentially, you know, I'm going to stick with Cancer here. Assuming everything goes right, at least. The fact that we can just block shots that are coming in from Isaac and Blue Baby is really nice. We are, in my estimation here, really only about 1 big item away from being able to take this. We could still possibly win. I was going to say probably, but that wouldn't be accurate. Rage. Yeah, sure. I'm going to take it, because I want to have a reroll available for the item room. And also, I like Rage as an item. It'll help us build our damage out a little bit. I know Rage is not considered that good. If BitSnap is watching this, he's shitting his pants right now, I guarantee it. But I also like the Rage Lump of Coal combination. I have to admit, it might be sentimental. Oh, we did find the second secret, or the first secret room by accident there. But it's going to help us do a little bit more damage, which is pretty important right now. That's the one thing I feel that this run is really lacking, is base damage. Now, of course, we could have re-rolled and maybe picked up Mom's Knife. Money equals power would be amazing for us as well. Fair. We could have also re-rolled and gotten Dead cat or something, or, you know, Guppy's head, which I really do not want. And then, you know, I probably would have re-rolled again and maybe picked up something else. But anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Now we have our D6 kind of free, and now I have multiple strategies with how to deal with a single room here. So that is a tarot card that is the Emperor. So we'll probably take that with us. Two of Hearts card be damned. I can't believe I'm going through all of this for a single bomb. I'm actually tempted now to just pop this Emperor card just to get the fuck out of Dodge. But, you know, the Angel Fetuses and Fetuses wave is actually the hardest one that we have to deal with here. We'll also... Oh, I got hit by a shot there. We'll also have zombies and hoppers, I guess. Usually there's one leaper in there or one spider. But I guess they're paying for it with this extra hard zombie here. You know, if I was playing off-camera, I just want to point this out, I probably would have picked up Brimstone, but we're going to let the Brimstone cooldown period go for a while. We're going to let the refractory period happen, and it's all good. What do we have here? Two of Hearts. Okay. I should have known that, but the Emperor card is much more valuable if we hold on to it to the late game. So, in case you're zoning out a little bit, I did get hit by a shot twice there. That's real bad. Now I'm starting to feel like my confidence is getting eroded a little bit here, but in case you're zoning out and just coming to right now, we are looking for the item room on Necropolis 1. If we get something amazing, fantastic, I think we'll only have one reroll, so if it's a passive item at all, I'll probably take it. Another thing that's important to note is that, you know, the axe is about to fall to a certain extent. We are about to lose the Cancer Trinket unless we get Mom's Purse on the next floor. So that is actually drastically going to lower the amount of damage that we do. So we need something to compensate for that soon. I'm going to take Skeleton Key. It's a tough call because, you know, we're already, you know, past the point where 99 keys is going to be an issue. In fact, we were doing okay with our keys as is. But what this is basically saying is, like, me making a commitment that I'm never going to worry about keys again. You know, we have another reroll available here. This could turn it all around. I don't think either of those are worth it. As much as I wish that they were, I really don't think Demon Baby or the Mark were worth the trade there. For the Pact, I probably would have done it just because it would have given me the Spirit Hearts as well, and I lost a lot of Spirit Hearts on that floor. But let's try to make up for that here, because we are now on the Depths Part 2, which should be a little bit easier than Necropolis Part 1. So we've got a ton of resources. We really still need that one big item that is going to carry us, or several small items. And of course now the Tinted Rocks exclusively contain keys, apparently. Small Rock would be a nice pickup. I'd be very pleased. Sad Onion, Odd Mushroom Skinny, which increases our rate of fire drastically. Number 1 would be a wild kind of game here, because it would lower our range probably drastically. But you know, it'd be interesting at least. I don't know. I'm feeling like this run's slowly slipping away. But I don't feel, except for the last floor where dodging has just been a serious problem, I don't feel like I've played that poorly. I don't feel like I've gotten unlucky either, though. I feel like it's just kind of not quite enough. We're not at the intersection point between good skill and good play. But that could change. Defensively, we're in a very good position. The ability to fly combined with the orbitals is very nice, and will actually make... Oh, that was the worst dodging. Will actually make us much stronger proportionally against those late game bosses than we actually are right now, which is kind of interesting. You know, that's my theory crafting anyway. Sure, we'll get back to full health. It's weird, I haven't been rolling on Spirit Hearts in quite a while. Thankfully, I didn't get hit there. We are not going to fight our boss just yet, although it's worth noting, if I fought our boss and then popped the Emperor card, could I actually... Because it's Mom. You normally can't leave the Mom fight, is what I'm... The subtext here. Could I then possibly snag a deal with the Devil? Because that's one of the most important things for me right now. But I can't do it right now anyway, because I still wouldn't be able to leave the room, I think. So that was another bad-ish room. But we got a lot of keys and even more money. And if we do find an arcade here, we can absolutely go to that boss trap room. But here's a big one. So it's our first moment. There's the shop. This is our first critical room on this floor, and we got to get something. If I have to get rid of the D6, I have to get rid of the D6. Blue Candle is a no-brainer pickup, and apart from that, we'll just take it as it comes. Compass. We have to buy it. There's no question about it. We will just check out our second card here. I'm just going to walk with the Emperor card. Strength card is fine, but there is an arcade on this floor, so we should be able to go to the boss trap room. We have a reroll available, and these are potentially big moments for us. So I would say that first shop turned out very well. The compass is a fantastic item that I always love to have in my inventory. It's not the big damage item that I requested, but still very good. So this will take us to our item room, and I'm really hoping that we manage to pick up like a spirit heart at some point. Otherwise, I feel a little bit worried about going into this boss trap room. But when I go into the boss trap room, I'll use the strength card. So this should be a no-brainer here. Strength will just continue to increase. Sorry, rage will continue to increase as we fight these guys, and eventually, just by holding the button down, some of them should start dying at least. I haven't seen any of them actually pop yet. So okay, there we go. Just by moving around, we've upset the equilibrium and put ourselves in a better position. Rosary, I'm re-rolling it. Money bag, we're not going to roll with that. So let's start talking about going down to this boss trap room. The first thing I'm going to do actually is come up here and get some more D6 charges. This is just in case we can re-roll that item room ASAP. We're not going to be able to get a deal with the devil anyway on this fight, so you know, it's looking like if there's enemies in this room up here, we will be able to get one more charge. So that's good. It might seem shitty that we have to fight some enemies right now, especially enemies that can pretty easily blow up in my face, but it's actually a very good thing, because now with the boss trap room, I will be able to get to one more D6 charge. I can use that to reroll the money bag, because, you know, at this point it's not going to be effective for us at all. So let's hope we get the HP upgrade here, but ideally I want to get it after I go super low on health. I could also just hurt myself with bombs, I guess. I never consider that I don't actually need to... We'll save these hearts for the way back. But I don't actually need to, like, have a blood bank to go to the boss trap room. I can just hurt myself, and then I'll be able to go in. But for now, I think there's also hearts available to buy in the shop. So we'll go back into the shop, take the strength card into the boss trap room. We can then teleport just immediately away from it, but this would actually cost us an item. There's no hearts for sale in here. So we'll take our strength card. Emperor card again, super strong in the late game, so the longer we can keep that alive, the better. Okay, well, here's the thing. I have to pick it up because I have to fight the enemies to give me the D6 charge. So we are going to go through with it. I guess if I'm taking the strength card in here, I might as well actually use it. Don't get hit once. That'll be the end of this run. But if the run, you know, even if I make a terrible mistake and the run ends now, I think I can be relatively pleased with my play on a strategic level. On an actual, that was scary. On an actual execution level, it hasn't been the most amazing game, I'll admit. But on a strategic intellectual execution level, I feel like I played pretty well. So I'm staying as far away as I can from Peep here, because, you know, it's very easy for me to just let Lump of Coal do its work, and he should be dead, actually, very, very shortly here. There we go. We also picked up a heart for our trouble here. Fantastic. So we'll go pick up our Emperor card. We got one more reroll on this item room, wish me luck, and then we will obviously not have a reroll available for the boss, but, you know, shit happens, basically. And again, I feel like we're about one amazing item away from a high potential victory. High chance of potential victory, I guess. And we can play the blood bank maybe one more time, because we have the health necessary. We'll re-roll this. It's Mr. Boom. We'll pick it up, and then we'll put it back down, because it's really bad, but at least we got it out of the rotation. You might be saying, oh, you should have picked up the coin purse. Yeah, or not the coin purse, but the penny bag. Sack of pennies. Yeah, maybe, but it, you know, it's still not very good, to put it quite frankly. So we're just going to try to win like a half heart here. That exploded quickly. We'll blow these guys up, because if we get another half heart, then there's enough health on the level to take us back to full. Actually, we picked up a spirit heart out of that as well, which is very nice. Okay. So, now we are good to go against this final boss. Well, the final boss of the first part of the game. I don't necessarily foresee very positive things happening after this boss fight, but we have 30 bombs, 98 keys, the compass, and we're going to lose cancer here, which is unfortunate. But, you know, it's going to be interesting. Let's just put it that way. So we have feet coming down here. The problem with this mom boss fight, as the build that we have, which is obviously not a conscious choice, really, but the problem is that we are kind of bereft of ways to increase our damage via rage. So what I am going to do here is just kind of offensively use my orbitals, and it's actually working pretty well here. It's not as hard as it looks, or maybe it's harder than it looks. I don't know. It depends whether you think I'm a no-talent asshole or a talented asshole, I guess. Quite frankly, this is just a little bit of a matter of practice, and it helps to be able to fly, have a little better mobility. So that was an easy fight. We'll take our speed upgrade. It's not so bad. And we'll take our Polaroid, and what's our rate of fire like now? It's not horrible, but it's worse. And on Utero 1, I do not want to use our Emperor card. That should be a no-brainer. It's looking like this is indeed the way to the boss. If we just go down, then it has to be there, I think. And that's very nice, because if we, you know, the sooner we fight the boss, the less of these asshole rooms we have to deal with, and Utero is the more difficult floor. Any time I can stop myself from fighting Masks of Infamy, I'm a very happy camper. So I'm just seeing if there's secret tinted rocks there. This is indeed the proper way to go, it appears. Let's back it up a little bit. And these guys should be very easy to take out. Although I do almost always take at least one hit of damage against them for whatever reason. At least the bosses I do. Couple more hits. Should be enough to take this guy out. This ding-dong, if you will. And we are done. Still, this is not nearly as fast as I feel like I want to beat these enemies, but, you know, we'll see. We'll also check out our mob trap room here. There's a golden chest. So I would consider that pretty not worth it, but we should fight some easy enemies here nonetheless. Maybe we'll get a better consumable. I opened these golden chests in the mob trap room for two reasons. One being, you know, they could give us a good item, and the second being, if they give us a bad item, we can reroll it. But obviously neither of those kind of came to fruition here, because it just gave us a bomb, which we will promptly use against Chubb here. So if he could just chase me, thank you very much. Beautiful. And our bomb situation, it feels really good for the Mom's Heart fight that is eventually coming up. The very positive thing about this is that we are going to be able to build up our rage for whoever the final boss is here. I think we fight Peep at the end? I can't remember. Oh, it's 2 monsters. Okay, that's not so bad. I mean, it's not like we haven't gotten our practice in against Peep on this one. We fought him like twice already, I think. Or at least once in the last boss trap room. But anyway, that bomb hit nobody, which is remarkable to me. There goes my Spirit Heart. And these guys are actually proving a little bit more formidable than I would have previously expected. But one of them is dead. We did use several bombs to make it happen. Oh, good, another key. Okay, big moment. Last potential deal with the devil. Teratoma is a fantastic enemy to be fighting in this position. He should go down. Or it should go down. Let's not, you know, assign a gender to, like, a physical condition. We should be able to take him out pretty easily without getting hurt ourselves. And because our rage is going to be so high, I'm pretty confident that we can kill the spiders in one hit, which should hopefully kind of nullify one of my major concerns for this fight, which is accidentally dodging into spiders. I also have the orbitals to defend me, but looks like we're going to get out of this floor A-okay, which is, oh my god, I did get hit by the spider at the end. Okay, we have to re-roll the crate. I kind of like it. We don't need it. I'll take the HP upgrade instead. We're in a weird position here. I think... Okay, the fact that we're on Curse of Darkness is super annoying. I would almost be tempted to use the Emperor card here. I'm thinking the way that this run is going to end, I know there's no prizes for predicting your own demise, but my guess would have to be that we end up dying to Isaac, and the way that this will happen, to run you through my thought process, I think we get through this floor A-okay. We have enough bombs to easily take out Mom's Heart if we can get to it, and then immediately teleport to Isaac, because that's basically my Hail Mary pass for victory. And we'll see what happens after that, but depending on the amount of health I have, I could beat Isaac, but I don't really see it happening in all likelihood. So we're going to fight Envy here. Every time we have an opportunity to fight a mini-boss like this, I'm kind of jazzed because it gives us a potential item in an attack fly, which is cool, but more importantly, it gives us a potential item to reroll, which means it could essentially be anything. But I doubt we're going to get the attack fly here. The odds of it dropping are pretty low. They seem to increase if you have blue Envies kind of floating around, but we don't have any blue Envies yet. I think it also increases when you kill blue Envies last. I don't know, that's what people tell me anyway. It seems to fit my anecdotal experience as well. So let's just move the heck out of the way here. And, oh, actually we got Fire and Malaser, which I'm going to reroll. I'll pick up this bottle of pills and we'll take it. And it's friends till the end, which is fine. Mostly, though, this is actually huge because it does give us the opportunity to potentially re-roll the bejesus out of that item. So we'll just remember that on the far left side, there is a basically a re-roll pedestal, as I will refer to it. It's a technical name, I suppose, for now. And hopefully that'll eventually pay out with that one item that we really need to advance a little bit further into the game. Now, the real question is, if we find the boss room, what kind of MO do I take? Do I go immediately for the boss? Or do I get like one reroll and then if it pans out, take the item and then go fight the boss to avoid fighting so many more of these Utero rooms, which can potentially be really devastating for me? Never know. This is another mini-boss here. This one is not going to pay out with anything though, because this is just a regular boss converted into a room, not an actual formal mini-boss. Sure. I don't really care what he gives me. A Spirit Heart would be the best though. We obviously don't need bombs or keys at this point. Mostly what he's giving me is a reroll charge, which we will immediately go use on that bottle of pills, which, you know, wouldn't be the worst pickup. We do have to get rid of our D6 at some point, but I'm kind of harboring the hope that it'll eventually help us in the chest. That is homing bombs, which is nice, and it would give us 5 extra bombs, but it's not worth it. Again, this is kind of like a Hail Mary pass. I would rather leave it all on the field to continue using sports analogies here. I would rather leave it all on the field and not get anything at the attempt to get something amazing than take a compromise. We have 69 cents, which is the most important takeaway message so far. There's Judgment, and this is another potential re-rollable item. And we may actually end up just keeping both of these items in the reroll pedestal form. That's a map. Actually, no, I have to go map plus compass, assuming we don't get Curse of Darkness. It's a huge benefit for us to be able to find our way to the boss rooms straight away. And also this does simplify things for me because I don't have to reroll 2 items. So we are getting down to the wire with respect to our health now. 3 hearts is more than enough to take out Mom's heart on the average run. 2 hearts is now maybe pushing it a little bit because we take 1 full heart of damage every time we get hit. Hopefully we get some hearts at some point. And this should be an easy room. There is a pill for us, which is Tears Down. I tell you what, I'll just hold on to this Emperor card instead. And now we go back and we re-roll that homing bombs, homing bomby, bomb Bobby. I can't remember. Bomb Bobby. In any case, we're gonna re-roll him, and then Kate's laughing at me for my diction. We're gonna avoid the Spelunker's hat. We've got a number of potential re-rolls left. Hopefully, it's becoming a little bit exhausting, but well, we are on episode 585 or so who am I to talk about exhausting? This is not our boss room. This is why I love Curse of Darkness. And in a weird way, it's actually removing the incentive for me to finish the floor quickly anyway, which is good because we get more chances to reroll, and we're really holding out a quad shot, triple shot, Polyphemus, Mom's Contact, Mom's Knife. At this point, you would probably forgive me for taking Brimstone because it's one of the few ways out for our run. I've given the game many other chances. And there's another bomb for us. This is probably coming up to our last reroll. Or nearly our last reroll, at least. This is going to give us 1 more. And we are up to 67 cents again. Trying to approach that magic number for the 2nd time. And we're going to walk all the way back here. I apologize if this is a little bit laborious. How's your day going? Mine is pretty good. The Binding of Isaac's being a little bit finicky, but it's not lost yet. Reroll, and we get tarot cards. So, you know, we'll pick up the tarot card. It's the 2 of clubs. So essentially, that just gave us 29 bombs. But we're going to hope for another reroll here. Those bombs don't really mean a lot when you're dead. I can bequeath them in my will to perhaps a demolitions expert, maybe someone who works in construction. But for now, we're kind of, I'm losing a little bit of hope here, to be honest with you. So this is 1 room. I believe we can leave the Mom's Heart fight. I just let the orbitals kill him. We can leave the Mom's Heart fight, so as long as I can get another couple of rooms of combat in. Bombs are key. That's actually a good thing. Now we have 99 bombs, 58 keys. It's not going to make an enormous difference, but it's something. And there's an arcade, actually, which is scary. Tempting, maybe. Scary, absurdly so. But there's never greed in the arcade, so it's not like that's going to give us any extra bonus here. So we really have to beat Mom's Heart. And then we get 1 more reroll, and then it all could turn around. That could be miraculous for us. I really do not see us beating Isaac, though. What I might do... Yeah, okay, so I've got to play the bejesus out of the fortune teller, because otherwise people will be furious. And we'll see. It's going to take us forever, though. There's more keys, and I really just need red hearts at this point, please. I'm actually going to blow up the blood bank and remove the impetus for me to... You really didn't give me any goddamn hearts? The blood bank almost always gives hearts when it explodes. I'm going to play here until we get down to 50 cents. Because, first off, Curtis Jackson, my favorite rapper, but secondly... oh, the devil card? I think we can take the devil card into the Mom's Heart fight, because we can then leave. It's going to be a lot of backtracking, but whatever. Once I get to full health, I will go and fight this boss. So yeah, forget that. We're not going to play until we get to 50 cents. We're going to play until we get to full health. And you know, we're also going to play the fortune teller at the same time. And if it pays out with spirit hearts, that's just more power to us, I guess. We apparently refuse to win the hearts from the 3-headed man. And the fact that he's like offering to give me money is like, I specifically put money into you because I didn't want money back. That's the way this transaction's supposed to work. The keys, like, I don't need bombs, I don't need keys, I just need hearts. So if you could like hook me up on that, that would be amazing. You know what? I'm gonna give you until 45 cents because we're gonna be here for 100 years, and especially if you just keep giving me more money. That's bombs. I'm so tempted to just explode you right now. Yep, okay. You're giving me the fodder. This is a big one. There we go. Okay. Let's continue to do 45 cents. That's my initial commitment. At the very least, we have improved our odds here a little bit. My rage is getting through the roof here, which is, you know, both literally true and true in the game, I suppose. More keys, fantastic. You know, 60, regular 60 was not enough, so please. Hey, there we go. Okay, so I am going to then leave. We're going to take our devil card with us to fight Mom's Heart, because I believe we can walk out and get the Emperor card. If we can't, well, we have the map and the compass, so it's not an enormous loss. We need to guarantee ourselves this Mom's Heart win, which, with 99 bombs, we should be fairly able to do. Probably should have blown up that three-headed man before I left. Not an enormous problem, though. Okay, so we've got a lot of base damage, tons of bombs. Not homing bombs, though. Maybe I'll never live that one down. But we should be able to tear through these enemies really quickly. And, you know, to be honest, a lot of our potential success here does lie in getting exceptionally lucky with things like tarot cards. Like, if we get a devil card at the right time, could change everything for us. If we get a sun card at the right time, could definitely change everything for us. Even High Priestess or something like that could be huge. So this is the reality we exist in right now, where we don't actually control our own fate, at least not entirely. But that's okay, you know, there's something a little exhilarating about that. It's kind of out of our hands. These shots, they feel heavy when they land on Duke of Flies, so I knew he was going to explode any second now. Mom's Heart is going to also explode any second now in a hail of bombs that will never end until she actually dies, or it actually dies, I suppose. Trying to be more conscious of my gender pronouns. I know it might not seem like a big deal, but I'm trying to be more conscious about it, you know, just to make everybody feel like they're 100% included. Even if they are an abomination fetus inside of my own mother's womb, its own mother's womb. Anyway, so we could indeed leave, so I'm definitely going to go back and pick up this Emperor card. My mental map for this floor seems pretty good. It's all locked in there. And we have one final reroll available to take. It's just a big chance. I mean, we're obviously not going to take the coin or the tarot cards with us. It's just not going to pay out fast enough to be worthwhile. We will see what we get, because we're going to be immediately fighting Isaac. Portable slot. What could be greater than playing a game of golf with a gator with the portable slot attached to you? So we, you know, make fun of me all you will for not being diligent. I did my damn part. Due diligence on that floor, and still didn't end up getting anything from that one reroll pedestal. What would I have been best off taking? I guess in hindsight, even though it's not that valuable, probably would have been best off taking the homing bombs. At least they're passive. You know what? It's a very fast trip to the boss room, so I'm going to save our Emperor card on the off chance that it's going to be easier to use the Emperor card on the chest and just immediately get straight to the boss fight. Sorry, we have a package being delivered. This is what happens when Isaac videos run longer than, 45 minutes. We're not going to pick that up because that'll actually cause us less permanent Polaroid invincibility, or we just won't have any permanent Polaroid invincibility at all. Alright, this is a big moment of truth. Let's see if we can beat Isaac. If we do, this all comes down to the orbitals being exceptionally worthwhile for us here. We're not going to be able to build up rage for a while. Lump of coal is also going to be a major factor. If we can drop some bombs in, I'll be a happy man. But for now, orbital's doing work, and decent dodging keeping me alive here. No permanent Polaroid invincibility, no exceptional damage output. Just plain old perseverance and a little bit of luck and minor positives stacking up to be greater than the sum of its parts. It's making something greater than the whole. Greater than the whole. The Northernlion story. What could be greater than the whole of the gator? That is not what I meant to say there. It came out a little funky. I guess, okay, at this point I was brainstorming like alternative strategies we could use with the Emperor here. It's not a good idea, though. We're going to have the Angel Fetuses coming in any second now, and oh my god, assuming we can beat them, should be easy enough for us here, but we'll see. We just got a little bit more. We're going to get some permanent Polaroid invincibility, which is actually really good with these orbitals. I could do a ton of damage, but we'll see. Let's just back it up, and oh, watch out ever so slightly. The longer it goes until we take a hit, the better this will be. Okay, this is it now. This is the moment of truth. Got to stand next to him. Orbitals have got to do a ton of damage, but I've also got to give myself an escape route. Okay, now definitely, if I get hit by the rays of light from heaven, it's basically unavoidable. So, you know, I can't really do too much to guarantee that I won't get hit by those. But it's the Angel Fetuses. If I can beat the Angel Fetuses, much better. Okay, we might not use the Emperor card straight away, but it depends what we get from our items here. Unicorn Horn. Okay, Celtic Cross might be really effective. Little Chad. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through one more room, And this is like the ideal room. Just a few spiders. Still might take damage because I'm bad at fighting these guys. But this will give us one more D6 charge, and we're going to reroll everything. I think we're going to reroll everything. I'll take Celtic Cross just in case that ends up being a miraculous savior. We'll reroll everything else. And we'll take the health upgrade, which is also going to take us to full health. And then, I guess at this point, we might as well take all the passives, because we're going to throw it all at the wall here. And if this works out, forgive me, but I will be very proud of myself for some of the tactical decisions that I made over the course of this run. Now, you know, we're still lacking a lot of things that I would traditionally like in order to have a good fight here. Peeper's Eye, underrated item, though. I'm very pleased with the fact that we have it. Harlequin Baby as well. Nice for crowd control, in addition to doing some extra damage to Isaac. And we're almost through the first phase here. I've only been hit once, twice now, and every time I get hit, I'm able to do a little bit of extra damage. Obviously, our rage is building on these flies, which is nice. We are about halfway through the fight, almost halfway. With that hit of damage, we'll be halfway, and we're also halfway through our own life. Now, it's unfortunate because it doesn't give us much margin for error. And, you know, things get harder as the fight goes on, as the Angel Fetuses spawn in particular. But we're doing our damage. We're fighting our fight here, and Celtic Cross has now come through in the clutch with some invincibility that may actually save my life. So we'll see if that does indeed work out. And I'm starting to think we might win this, which is nuts. If you had told me like 2 floors ago that we would have a reasonable chance to win against Blue Baby, I would have thought you were out of your goddamn mind. But, you know, perseverance, decent decision-making, and a healthy spoonful of luck have put us in a position where Blue Baby is dead, and I beat the game. Very surprising. Well, that's one way to break a slump. As always, thanks to everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. In spite of my mistakes, we pulled it out in the end. Thanks for your support in the series so far, and, you know, over the past 2 years, basically. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.